Okay. Welcome. This is Muhammad Nasser, and today we will have very quick session and very important session in which we will discuss the main point, or let's say, very important points regarding understanding your role as a project manager. First, let me introduce myself. If you don't know me, my name is Muhammad Nasser. I am a project manager and authorized the training partner with PMI. Uh, I have some project management certificates such as PMP, PMO, Generative AI, Six Sigma, Scrum, Agile, and Product Owner. In this class, we will discuss some important tricks related to the BIM guide, and this is the very very important point I need to highlight because you study the PMP, and the purpose of your studying your PMP is not just to pass the exam. When I expect you study the PMP, I expect you study it for three purposes. First, to get the knowledge, to understand the project management, how to manage projects, how to understand the project management knowledge. This is number one. Number two, you need to be certified. It's not good that you study and made a lot of efforts and you're still not certified as PMP. Okay, so you need to be certified as a project manager. And the third one, and when I say PMP certified, I mean you are following the latest and the most famous technique in the world in the project management. And the last point, you need to apply this knowledge. This is what we mean when we say you study the PMP. As per the PIM book guide, and we are now in the latest edition is the 7th edition. We have something called PMIism. PMIism here means the way that you need to think, you need to plan, you need to execute, and you need to control your work based on the PMP and based on the PMI. Okay, so you have many ways to manage projects. And also we have a lot of other certificates, such as Prince2, APM, authorized project manager, PM2, some other certificates. But still the PMP is number one. And based on the guidance of the PMP, you need to follow certain methodologies in the planning, executing, and controlling the work. And based on that, some questions in the exam, now I'm talking about the exam and answering right questions in the exam. Some questions in the exam may be answered wrong because of you don't understand the PMI, how the PMI think. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I think this is better. I don't know. So we don't know how to answer the questions or we answer them wrong because we don't know the PMI. So based on these lectures, we will go through some lectures in this way. I will tell you some tricks, and some secrets, how the PMI wants us to think based on the BIM book. Okay, so to move faster, let's start with the first trick. So trick number one, the project manager handles large, complex projects with significant budgets and duration. We don't expect that when you study the PMP that you expect yourself managing a 3 weeks project with 20,000 EGB budget, for example, and 5 persons. This is not a PMP mindset. Okay, so you should, when you study, when you solve the questions, even inside the real PMP exam, when you implement your knowledge, that you are able and capable of managing larger projects. Okay, so these larger projects with more than 200 manpower under your work, more than 1 year, more than let's say in the EGB, let's say for example, more than 20 million EGB budget. Okay, this is what the limitation or the size of yourself when you study the PMP under the BIM book guidance. Okay, based on that, let's take some questions you can expect to have it in the exam. This is very important questions. try to understand them, try to analyze them based on this meaning. Okay, so let's start the first one. I will give you, let's say, 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes to think. If you know the answer, don't say it on the video or on the mic, write it in the chat, and then we will discuss it together. Okay, let's start. Okay, what do you think? Let's read it together. You are overseeing a large-scale infrastructure project with a budget of $50 million and a timeline of 3 years. Midway through the project, you encounter a major issue where a key supplier goes out of the business, potentially delaying critical milestones and increasing cost. Given the complexity and the scale of the project, what would be your primary focus in addressing the issue with the supplier? And how would you balance this with the need to keep the project on budget and on schedule? A. Focus primarily on negotiating with alternative suppliers to minimize the delay while documenting all cost implications for future reference. B. Immediately revise the project schedule and budget to account for the potential delays and cost increase. Then communicate or revise the plan to the stakeholder. C. Conduct um, a through risk assessment to evaluate the impact of the supplier issue on project timeline and budget, and develop a contingency plan that includes the potential alternative and cost-saving measures. D. Prioritize informing all stakeholders about the issue and potential impact without asking any immediate action to ensure the transparency and maintain trust. Okay, what do you think? Let's see the answers here. We have A, D, C. Okay, let's analyze this question. It seems here the question says that you have large scale infrastructure project with big budget. In the middle of the work, one of the suppliers uh, goes out of the business. Nice, and delayed the project. And based on that, this is the brief of the question. And when you read the question, try to make it in brief. Yani, what should we understand from this question? Given the complexity and the scale of the project, what would you focus on? What you should do to balance the need to keep the project on budget and on schedule. This is the focus on the question. Nice. Option A, negotiate with the supplier to minimize the delay and while documenting all the cost implication. Yani focus on negotiating with the suppliers to minimize the delay. Okay. B, immediately revise the schedule and budget to account for the potential delays and cost increase. Then, yani option B means increase the schedule and increase the cost. Okay. Because we have a delay, let's increase it. This is option B. Option A, focus on negotiating with the other suppliers to minimize the delay. Option C, you make risk assessment to evaluate the impact of the supplier on the timeline. If you stop here, it means that you don't have action. Okay, just make risk assessment. Okay, what else? Nice. Then develop a contingency plan that includes potential alternative suppliers and cost saving measures. So it means C is somehow nice because you make the risk assessment and then you start taking some actions. You put the plan by finding other suppliers and also reduce the cost. Nice. C, prioritize informing all the stakeholders about the issue. You inform the stakeholder and then don't take action. Okay, so what do you think among these explanation? Of course, here C is the nearest one. C is the nearest one. Actually, A also is near, but let's read A again. Focus on focus on negotiating with the alternative supplier delays while documenting all the costs. يعني option A, you can say that option A you will take an action, but you didn't here put into your consideration controlling the constraints of the project. Just you will document the cost implications, but no plan and no actions you have taken to constrain the work of the budget and the schedule. And the question here says how you would balance this delay. This delay means you need to find some other alternatives, okay? But also you need to balance this with the budget and the schedule. You got it? So answer C here is catching the all points together. So here, giving the project complexity and scale, this is the keyword mentioned in the question. It's crucial to conduct a comprehensive risk assessment to understand the full impact of the supplier. So you will analyze what are the consequences of this problem. Someone would say, but this is not a risk because already the supplier gone away. I know. Being the supplier disappear, this is not a risk, this is an issue. And he mentioned already in the question, this is an issue, major issue. Yeah. But what after that? What are the consequences? This will be the risk. So you need to analyze the consequences of that, which are the risks. And also you need to develop a contingency plan, finding the alternatives, okay, and also cost saving measures to reduce the cost and also reduce the schedule. Nice. So the answer here is C. And the point here that you are running with a major project, so you need to analyze and work with these risk items. Okay. Let's take another question and try to answer this one. We have also one point. Actually, in what I need to say, in the real exam, you have 1.27 minutes. 1.27 minutes per question. And of course here you will not catch the I mean you will not watch, monitor your watch each question, but this is approximately, so you need to make a counting of 20 questions. So 20 questions you multiply by 1.27 question minute per question to calculate how many times you need to finish each 20 questions. Okay, let's take another one. Okay, what do you think? Let's read it. I think you here is typo. During the execution of multi-year IT transformation project with a budget of $30 million, you notice that different project teams are reporting inconsistent project and varying levels of expenditures. This discrepancy raises concerns about the overall project alignment and financial control. How would you address these inconsistencies to ensure cohesive project management and alignment with the budget and schedule? A. Implement a standardized reporting system across all the teams to ensure consistent progress and financial reporting, and schedule regular review meetings to address the discrepancies. Conduct individual performance review for each team member to understand their specific issues and adjust their budget and schedule independently. Increase the oversight by relocating budget and resources to the team with the most significant discrepancies without changing the overall project scope. Delay all major decisions until the end of the reporting cycle to avoid disturbing the current project flow and review the overall project status. As we agreed in these projects or in these questions, it's better to, if you have long answers like this, normally it's better to use the elimination technique. Nice. So let's take it from down to up. The summary of the question here, that the project is major project, more than 1 year, and the budget is $30 million. And you notice that some team members are reporting different output or different reports. Nice. Related to the progress and the cost. And of course, here there is some discrepancy and made some concerns. What should you do? D. Delay or major decisions until the end of the reporting. So, you will keep the disaster, keep it as it is. طبعا not correct. Increase the oversight by reallocating budget and resources to another team. So your role as a project manager to empower the team members, to teach them. And this will not solve the problem because خلاص, you will keep them aside and you will focus on with the good people. And those people will be remaining like this, not good behavior as a project manager. Conduct individual performance review. Okay, performance review is very good. But my concern here on the word individual, because we said before that when you have something related to personal issue or conflict, yes, this should be one-to-one or interview, one-on-one. But when you have something related to the issues or technical issues, so it's better to discuss it and give feedback to the team. So the word individual here is a concern for me. And then to understand their issues and adjust their budget independently. Also not correct. So the only remaining logical answer is option A, implement a standardized reporting system. So it seems they don't have a template, let's say, flow to follow. Follow here a standardized reporting system across the teams to ensure consistent output of their report. So the answer here is option A, of course. Nice. So here, to make this standardization will help the team to ensure consistency and alignment with the project objectives. And also regular review meeting to make sure they are following this one will control and also will maintain the control over the project budget and schedule. Nice. Nice. Okay, this is the first one. Let's move to the second trick. So to summarize the first one, you need to work, you're following the large project size. Okay, this is your attitude as a project manager. Number two, projects are selected based on how well they are aligned or how well they align with the organizational goals. Not personal goals, not team goals, not my goals, but the organizational goals. This is a very important, let's say, PMIism for you in your mindset when you work, when you study, and when you solve the PMP questions. Okay, nice. Let's see how we can figure out these questions, this meaning in the question. Let's take this one. Okay. Um, do you notice that this question is very long? And yeah, you can expect some questions like this in the exam, but not many. And the way to read this question in the exam is to, yeah, I can expect that in the middle of this question or reading the answers, you get some headache, and you can expect that in the exam. So this one of the ways that you need to know your mental problems. I mean, is it do you have the ability to read and keep your focus reading such long questions? And if you have this problem, so you need you don't need to focus on each word in the question. Just practice your eyes to read fast. Just go through the words and catch only the keywords. Nice. So let's try this. But of course, I will read loudly to hear. So you are a senior project manager tasked to evaluate and selecting new projects for your organization. So the first one of these, forget everything, but just you are the senior manager. Nice. The projects under considerations from a high risk, high reward innovation initiative to low risk, cost saving, operational improvement. And you have some projects, you need to select among them. Okay. Each project has different impact on the organization's strategic goals. When selecting projects, which two actions should you prioritize? You remember we said that we have one way to answer and to read the longer questions by reading only the last line. You remember that? So let's try here. When selecting projects, which two actions should you prioritize? Can you answer the question based on this line only? Yes, we can. Yeah. Option A. Another point here, we have 6 choices, and you can expect that in the exam. Number 3, you may need to select 2 answers. Okay. Conduct detailed cost-benefit analysis to determine the financial return or each project, regardless the alignment with the strategic goals. Mistake, wrong. Assess each project alignment with the organization's long strategic objectives and prioritize those that best support these goals. Very nice. Keep it. Keep it. Consider, because maybe you can find something better, consider stakeholder preferences and project team availability as the primary criteria for selection. يعني based on our resource availability. Do you agree with that? No. Focusing on the internal resource rather than strategic alignment. Wrong. Yeah. Evaluate each project potential to meet short-term financial targets, even if it means compromising on long-term strategy. If it will compromise the long-term strategy of the organization. Do you agree with this? No. Also, no. E. Have 6 options. Can you imagine? E. Explore the organization key performance indicators, KPIs, such as, do you remember in the course? Net present value, yes. Present value, IRR, return on investment. Okay, ensuring the alignment with the overall strategic objectives. Yeah, very nice and near to be. So keep it also. Prioritize a project that offers the highest level of innovation and risk. No, no, no. Assuming the high risk will align with the strategic goals. No one told me that in the question. Yes. So based on that, and using merge of some techniques here in this question, reading the last line, maybe elimination, of course, maybe understanding the ideas of the question, based on that, of course, the answer here, and yeah, you are perfect. Answer here is B and E. B and E. Based on the elimination, and of course here, this yellow explanation analyzes that we should align when you select the projects, should be aligned with the senior, not senior management, the organization objectives, of course. Okay, nice. Another one. Another one. We have B. B. Okay, let's read it. As a senior project manager, you are evaluating a set of potential projects. One project is proposed by an external partner and promises significant benefit for their organization. So it seems here there is a partner working with your organization, and some projects are offered. Okay, one of them by this partner, while another project aligns closely with your own organization's strategic goals, but offer fewer benefit to this external partner. Nice. Again, the same story. While selecting the project, which one you should prioritize? A, prioritize the project that offers the highest financial benefit to the external partner, even if it doesn't give you something to your company. B, assess and select the project that aligns most closely with your organization's strategic objective and long-term goals. C, choose the project with the broadest appeal to all stakeholders have some noise. Okay. Um, Even if choose a project with the broadest appeal to all stakeholders, even if it doesn't significantly advance your organization core objectives. D, merge the two projects together to make all happy. You are the one size fits all. Consider the project that offers the immediate operational improvement, which will make improvement for the operational, if even if it will not help your organization. Um nice choices, but of course, again, you should stick to the one with your which gives more matching to the objectives of your organization. And the answer here is B. And I'm happy that all of you said B for this question. Nice. So this is the second one. So here we have two tricks so far. One of them saying that you should think about yourself that you are managing the larger projects as a project manager, not small and short projects. This is number one. Number two, when you work in the projects, focus on achieving the targets based on the strategic management objectives, not your company, not anyone else, not the partners, not the stakeholder, not yours, like this. And now let's move to the third and last one, last trick to today, because I don't want to make the webinar long, just quick and intensive dose. So here we go. Trick three: project managers oversee planning, managing, and controlling all project aspects. So you need to think about yourself in this way. You should think that we have a clear plan. You should make the plan. You should expect yourself that you have a plan, even if in your real life you don't make any plans. Yeah, if you don't make any plans in your real life, in your real work, but in the exam, imagine that you are as a project manager, you are doing a certain plan, you are executing the plan, and you are controlling this plan. This is part of the PMIs in the PMP. Nice. Uh, okay. So let's see some tricks here. So what I need to say, whenever you have in your real life, you need to think about that. You need to plan. Whatever you have something, you need to plan it. Even if you have an issue, just immediately you have an issue. Plan to solve it, or analyze it, define it, uh, set a plan for solving this one, execute the plan, take an action, and make sure that this plan is working. Like this. Even if in your daily life you need to eat, you feel you are hungry. Okay, so plan it. So it seems I'm hungry, I need to eat. So what should I do? I need to prepare something, I need to purchase something, select the decision, approve the plan internally, approve the plan, and then take an action, execute the plan, and then control the plan. Did you make the order? Did you make the order? Not yet. Why? Yalla. You are talking to yourself. Okay. I mean, this is crazy, project manager. You are talking to yourself to do the plan. Call it. Nice. Then you need to analyze and control the plan. Maybe you call you already ordered make this call 1 hour ago, and no one came, which means it means that planning to eat by calling this restaurant to bring the food, this is a bad plan or not working plan. So you need to change the plan. So immediately you need to purchase something immediately, or do something yourself, or replace this restaurant. I mean, you need to keep on controlling and measuring your output. Okay, let's take a quick couple of questions on this one, and then we are done. Question number one. Okay, answers. Okay, A. Majority are saying A. Uh, but we need more answers. Yalla, try to collaborate, please. Read the question, put your answer, even if it's wrong or if you are not يعني sure about your answer, just let's play. Okay. During the execution of a large scale project, you encounter a significant issue where a key deliverable is delayed due to the unforeseen circumstances. To address this, you have developed a contingency plan, but you need to ensure that the plan is effective and properly implemented. What should be your primary focus after developing and executing the contingency plan to ensure the issue is effectively managed? A. Monitor the progress of the contingency plan closely and adjust it as necessary based on the real-time feedback to ensure it resolves the issue effectively. B. Document the issue and the step taken in the contingency plan and move on to other tasks without further review. Mm, you see here, you feel something, huh? Okay. Inform stakeholders of the issue and the contingency plan, but don't track its implementation closely, assuming it will resolve the issue on its own. I think they are good enough to solve the problem. Don't review it. Again, you need to empower them, but you don't need to sleep. I mean, you need also to make control, you know. So also C is not nice. Focus on revising the project scope, okay, and timely to accommodate the delays without reviewing the effectiveness of the contingency plan. Just make changes without cross-check, you know. So again, elimination technique, B, C, and D are not okay. And also A is the best one. Nice. I have here a question. If you don't know, or if you are not very good in the English and you have some problems in the vocab, my advice, just try to understand the general meaning of the question. Because I don't expect that the PMI will bring difficult words and they will make these words significant factors to answer the question. You know, what I need to say, try to understand the main direction of the question, where this question wants me to focus on, and then you try to move to the answers based on the same way. Okay, let's take our last question today. Okay, we have here D, and also we have A. Okay, let's read the question. During the execution of a large scale project, you encounter a significant issue. While managing a complex project, a critical issue arises that impacts the project timeline. You have formulated a detailed contingency plan to address the issue before executing. You see here, this is similar to the previous one, but here I just twisted a little bit. Okay, I twisted the question. So before executing, in the previous question, it was after execution. So here, before executing the plan, what is the most important step you should do? Implement the contingency plan immediately to address the issue without further discussion or review. B, focus solely on the immediate tactical aspects of the contingency plan without considering how it will impact the overall project objectives. Ensure that the contingency plan is documented and file it away for the future reference without testing the effectiveness. Review the contingency plan with the key stakeholders to confirm that it meets the stakeholder expectation. So yeah, you are right. The answer here is D, of course, because this is very nearer to the logic. Because after you plan, you need to make sure the plan is okay, and then you implement the plan. Option A also is right, but there is here some point saying without further discussion or review, it gives you, yani, you will just go like the train, but you need to make sure the plan is fine, the plan is approved, and then you put it into action. Yeah. Okay. Uh, we are done for today. I wish this quick session added value to you. Let's keep this meeting on weekly basis, inshallah. I'll try to cover some more tricks like this. It's very important for you in the real life, in your business, and also for the exam. Okay. And also, I don't want it to be long, yani, not to be a boring session, and we'll keep meeting again, inshallah. Okay. Thank you so much. Please give me feedback on our groups if what you need more, if you need more like this, if you need other ideas. Your feedback on this class also, so that we can keep moving this, and you give me the potential to keep it again. Thank you so much again for your attendance, and see you next week, inshallah. Okay. شكرا والسلام عليكم.
تمام. عايزين سوليوشن